The universe really doesn't want me to make this video. This is the third time I've tried to make this video. I have a stuffy nose, so forgive me if I don't sound as good. So, I mean, I already sounded like trash, but So, as a Pee Wee Veterans Memorial High School graduate, that's a mouthful. As a high school graduate, I can safely say the school system is garbage, absolute garbage. So, I mean, it works for some people, and there are some people that have a 100% attendance. There's one person that got an award for having a 100% attendance rate all 12 years of high school. I just have one thing to say. You, sir, should go to the lottery because, like, the amount of luck that you would have to not get sick, to not have appointments during school hours. Like, that's just the amount of luck that man had. Really, like, they're congratulating him on basically what amounts to luck. No school days missed. Dude was like, I'm gonna just prioritize school. Nah, here in the 21st century, you don't need to prioritize school. You can prioritize Googling it, learning what things to trust, what things you can't trust. Gonna do that. Hopefully that works. Yep, that works with the lighting issue. Okay. Okay, so less light here in this space equals more light on the video. Got it. Okay, I'm learning here, okay? I'm learning as I go. So, so middle school is a time where you learn who you are, where you belong. It's a time of like, it's definitely a time where most people start to bully others. And I've heard that bullies have more confidence. And to be honest, I was in a group of friends that we would bully each other. We would they would tease me on my strength or lack thereof. Like, do you see these arms? I am the human noodle. Look at this, human noodle. I am Noodle Boy. I'm Noodle Boy. Also, I have a subtitle for my. You know how movies have you know how like D&D wizards have like Gandalf the Great? Well, I am Gryffindor, necromancer of memes. The way this started was I would learn about a meme, and a week later I would understand the meme, but by that time it was dead. For instance, the 21 meme. So I just well, if I'm just gonna be late to memes, if I'm gonna be late to memes, I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. I am Gryffindor, necromancer of memes. They're still dead. That don't mean I can't use them. I'm just a necromancer of memes. They're still dead when I use them, but they're undead, so that works, right? The undead works, right? I think. Ooh, this actually works very nice. This works very well. Probably doesn't work as well as what I'm going to do, but I'm going to bring another one of these back here. Use that. Hopefully it works. There's another one out there that I can prop up against this thing. Like here. So I believe there's two others that I can use. I believe so. I'm not sure. So, uh, middle school is like, um, middle school for me would like change for like you have more options. Like like the first year during orientation, you have like a list of all the classes in the school. And whatever you like, you can choose. And you can choose to be with your friends. You can, like, if you're with your friends, I feel like you learn better. Like, if you learn better with your friends. If you want to, like, if people want to learn how to make friends, then, like, there's a class for that. And so, like, if you want to learn more about like ADHD or stuff like that, there's a class for that. Like there would be a class for everything. Um, like general stuff, like more general stuff, like mental health or just general stuff. But and then in high school would change to be like gym is like gym is more like fun than like you need to do this, you need to do this. Gym should be like recess. Gym should be more like, hey, you've made it through middle school. Here's something that like you like high schoolers really need like sure it's for kindergarten, but we really could use some nap time or recess. Like as high schoolers, we're going through some stuff, so we need like that time to hang out, to really talk to our friends. And gym could be a solution to that. Like obviously not after, right? Not after lunch. It's definitely a before lunch thing because you might throw up. So and if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Gym can be like whatever you want. Hang out with friends, talk to friends, play badminton, or play like volleyball. There's like an entire field outside. There would be an entire field outside, which could be the football field for anyone that had for any school that has that. I'm pretty sure all schools in America have that. Like I feel like it's a cultural requirement at this point. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on outside because this is like I have permission from the security guards here to be here. So as far as I know, I'm allowed to be here. Um, so um, high school would be more like individualized stuff. Like you all learn about ADHD or depression and anxiety because those two things seem to go hand in hand. Like if you have depression, you probably have anxiety too, and if you have anxiety, you probably have depression. Those two things just go hand in hand. At least that's what I learned in my learning center, which is basically homeroom. And my homeroom teacher at one and my learning center teacher at one point was also the psychology teacher. So I learned that from her. I even did a sideshow on depression. So yeah. Also, I got really lucky when doing that because I almost didn't get depression, and I didn't know. I really wanted to talk about depression because I had depression. Like, I wanted everyone to know what depression was like. I got a lot of things wrong, but you see, just because you have experience in something doesn't mean you know everything. Experience doesn't mean everything. Sorry about my voice again. Stuffy nose. It's real bad right now. Um, so yeah, that's what high school would be, and college would be a way to like college because you have less classes, which means you need less teachers. Would be less expensive. So like colleges are like, we need all this money, but like no, you don't. If you force kids to take classes that they don't want to take, then like you're paying for more than you need. You're paying for more than you need to pay. Like if you're forcing people to go to classes that no one goes to, and why not just not have that teacher? Like if no one goes to the class, don't have the class and have the teacher and use the class for something that people will want to go to. You won't have to pay the teacher's salary, so you actually gain money a little, but still, it's something. Sorry, just really stuffy nose. I'm probably gonna sound like Squidward in the video. um, so yeah, that's what I would do for school. Like, also have like background checks on the teachers, and like there was this one time in I forget where it was, but but I saw a newspaper. I saw a headline that was like students for, forced to obey dress code because adults were complaining that they were too sexy. Like, so you're making the students follow a new dress code because your teachers are pedophiles. Ah, I see. Yes, that makes sense. Yes, that makes total sense. So, like, pedophilia isn't good at all. I think that doesn't need to be said, but for the YouTube algorithm, I will say it because I don't want to get my channel banned this early. I want to be like the big YouTubers, but that doesn't mean I want my channel taken down like Markiplier. No, thank you. So, um, I'm really bored. Yeah, that's all I have to say about school. And also, graduation should be less formal. Sure, it's a big momentous occasion, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, for me, it doesn't really. Sure, you get your diploma. The valedictorians say whatever bland and blah thing they have to say, but I feel like the worst student that still got by. The worst student that still got by should still be able to talk. Like everyone should get their own speeches. Sure, it would take super long, but hey, that way everyone gets a voice, and they don't need to make speeches or anything. Like speeches don't really do anything. They just make you sound bland. You know, there's no real emotion to it. Like there's no real personality or personal stuff in any of the essays. But like no one thinks to tell jokes. No one thinks to make people laugh. No no one thinks to make people feel happy. It's just, okay, what do I gotta say? And some people talk about their lives or like how hard they work to get there. Most of them are just lucky, like extremely lucky. Because me, I worked hard and mentally more than physically, but I did work hard and I still barely passed because the school system wasn't like was a one size fits all system, and I didn't fit that size. I didn't fit at all. So I got D's or like I got an A in math. Sure, fine. I got an A in math and like learning center. But who fails at study hall? Who fails at what is essentially study hall? How do you fail study hall? That's my question. So I didn't really. I barely did anything. I worked hard mentally. I tried. I tried my best, and I barely scraped by. So, and what's worse is that the school system doesn't really see like us, people with mental disorders or people in special ed, like people with IEPs. They don't see us. Like they don't see us at all. We deserve more than we get. They treat kids like numbers because that's easier. I understand it's easier, but just because it's easier doesn't make it better. Just because it's easier to treat someone like they're a number more than a person doesn't make it good, doesn't make it right. So, I know this is a somber video now, but it's just how I feel. I needed to vent. I needed to get that off my chest. And I guess this sickness is helping me with my with voicing that, like giving me the proper voice to be able to do this. I guess just trying to look on the bright side, you know. At least I graduated. Had a girlfriend for a week. Didn't work out. She talked over me. I yelled at her. She broke up with me for her yelling over me. And we're still friends. We're still friends. Like you can still be friends after you break up. It just really depends on like how bad the breakup was. Everyone on the subject of that, um, I have been meaning to end this video for 4 minutes now, and I keep getting distracted. On the subject of breakups, everyone has their breakup song. Like every man has their breakup song, or everyone has like a song that they listen to when they experience a breakup. I found mine. It's More Than You Know. Uh, I listened to the Nightcore version because Nightcore is cool. And also, that worked. So, Nightcore version of More Than You Know is really good. I've been meaning to email it to her. So, yeah. See ya.